One of the biggest questions we have out there is, when are we going to grow up? Let's talk about that. Hey guys, Randy here at The Living Adventure. Hey, thanks for joining along with me. And whew, I had to get out of that sun. It's hot out there. Still down here in the southern tip of sunny Baja, Mexico, and loving every minute of it. So what a wonderful place and what wonderful people. Hey, let's talk a little bit about growing up, right? That's a challenge for a lot of people these days, it seems. They want to hang on to their youth, they want to hang on to their childhood. And I think we all have to realize at some point in our lives that that's just not possible. Hang on to the memories and make them good as possible, you know, to keep yourself going. But you got to learn to also mature and grow and develop. That's what nature is all about, is allowing ourselves to expand more than we are and grow up. Grow up means maturity. It means, you know, having a better understanding of yourself, having a better understanding of life. And what I'm finding with a lot of people that I'm working with is that they're fighting that with every ounce of their being, and they're holding on to so much past that it's not allowing them to live in today. I see a lot of families that are just absolutely devastated simply because, you know, children are holding on to the past of their parents and how they disagreed with their parenting, and you know, so now it's ruining their relationships today that could be good, positive family relationships. So you know, growing up is part of life, it's part of nature, and you know, the more we allow ourselves to do that, the more we can have these great, wonderful intellectual conversations and expand ourselves. But the ones that want to hold on to the past, the ones that don't want to grow up, are facing a lot of problems. More so if they have a partner in a relationship where they're forcing the partner to not grow up as well, wanting them not to change. And oh man, I've heard that, you know, like, you've changed. We all change, we all grow up, we all change in some way, shape, or form. And those that say you've changed aren't in touch with reality, because that's part of life, is changing. So how do we overcome that? How do we, you know, look beyond the past and start living in the now? Well, the first thing is to start looking at yourself and start challenging your internal beliefs and questioning them. Where did they come from? How were they formed? A lot of times people need help with that because they're afraid to cross that barrier on their own. And a lot of times people are afraid to reach out to other people, strangers especially, and ask for that help. Having somebody look at your life objectively without knowing you and without offering you false support, meaning that you're right to agree, you know, they believe in what you're believing and they're just enabling you to empower that belief. That's not helpful. That's actually more damaging. So reaching out to somebody that can carefully listen to what you're saying and what you're believing in, and then ask you questions on where those beliefs come from so that you yourself can answer them better, is a very powerful tool. And I would encourage you to do that if you can. Living in a confinement of fear of change is not going to allow you to grow up. You have to embrace change. You have to embrace it wholeheartedly and understand, in order to change, you've got to not only change your physiological aspect of yourself, but you got to change what's going on up here. You got to grow this up and overcome those false beliefs or those past beliefs that you formed and you're hanging on to. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps, and we'll talk a lot more about this one. Cheers.